Am I live? Am I live? Yeah, I'm live right now. I'm live right now. Hold on, let me move my mic over. I'm live right now. Yo, I got a sub button on my Twitch, yo.
You got a what?
A sub button.
Word?
I got a sub button now. Word.
How you get that?
I guess from streaming all the time. Remember when that day I caught that 100K? I caught 100K one day.
You caught 100K viewers?
Yeah.
Nah, you ain't telling me that. Doing what?
I had pump fake. I had act like I had got 2K early.
Oh yeah.
Let's go get this win.
That shit took my shit somewhere. So now I got a sub button now. You can pay to subscribe to me. Well, it's lit, man. It's lit. It's fucking lit, Joe. You heard? It's lit. It's definitely lit right now.
No, it just bagging up.
I'm over here smoking this shit. I'm over here smoking this shit, smoking and streaming. Oh shit. I'm about to play some My Career, show them my career method.
You gotta set up that cold stream with me too.
Yeah, you can do that. You can definitely do that. Cause I'm streaming to everything, Mixer, YouTube and Twitch at one time.
Have some fun tonight, man.
So I'm live on all platforms right now. I'm live. You can see me, I'm live with that right now. See what I do.
Welcome to 2K Sports presentation of the NBA, but the bad news is there is no basketball, there is no NBA,
now,
the game has been canceled. Ha ha! Happy April Fool's Day,
cold.
baby! This is the NBA, and we've got a great one in store. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. We're in New Orleans, Louisiana. The Pelicans playing here with a home court advantage. Right now, they have the 10th best record in the West. They need wins.
And so far, they've split the season series right down the middle. Now, the drama starts to ramp up. Only got 2 games left against them. Can they take the advantage?
Been punch, counter punch. Each side has already seen the other team's best stuff. This is where it's going to get interesting.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the floor for Sacramento, Brewer is out there with De'Aaron Fox. Then there's Bogdanovich. Then it's Bagley. And it's Cousins in at the 5 spot.
And they're going to have to think about sitting him out. I mean, that's his second foul here in less than a minute.
Hey, Brent, the season winding down, and teams are looking at playoff slotting. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
So you want to buy another one? So you want to buy another one?
Free throw good, Booker. From deep. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so the first quarter is in the books.
I can use that right now. I'm using that shit as a stand right now. Where's Paul? Set my TV a little higher.
One of the most talented big men in the game, DeMarcus Cousins.
Been a player that thought he knew it all.
And you know, Greg, you see it on the floor now. When Cousins keeps his emotions in check, he's a force on the floor.
And Kevin, that's the key. When he's focused on the game and not the refs, he is almost unstoppable.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
Well, to me, the story of that first period was their rebounding.
Yeah, jumping out to a lead largely because they did the hard work on the glass. So you love the passion in the early part of this game that they're playing with.
On the court for Sacramento.
What's his gamer tag?
You're on my list. Let's start with an N.
I think you playing on one.
Go look him up. You can still see it. Just gotta go search. What? Go search.
Oh, yeah, at the bottom of my list. Go back to my park. Who the fuck is go back to my park? Yeah, I don't know who he is in your list, bro. What's his name on the list? Who Jasmine Nicole? Who that? Who Jasmine Nicole?
Brandon Nicole.
Yeah.
She from Ball Like Her crew.
Oh, I'm about to add her.
His name start with an N. It's like weird, and his gamer tag got like red background with like a red robot. You gonna see it.
You said with a red robot.
Yeah.
It's a black robot? Yeah, Bodak Myers. I see him.
Huh?
Bodak Myers.
Oh, he changed his name? Oh, yeah, you see it.
No, his name like Nicarindo Deva. What the fuck is that?
Some Naruto shit.
You got a headset?
No.
Hey, this game ain't come with no headset?
Mm-mm.
Wow.
You bought an X.
X come with a headset.
Mm-mm. You bought the Fallout edition.
He ain't got no headphones?
I don't think so.
You can plug one right into his controller.
I told you.
You heard that shit say bling?
Oh, you heard it?
Mm-hmm. How come I can't add nobody, bro? It's not letting me add nobody to my list.
You probably gotta remove somebody. You can do it on your phone.
I know just who to remove. These niggas that just like played me out. Here we go.
Who just played you out?
Move.
Huh?
Some niggas that I used to play with. Niggas on some bullshit.
Who niggas played you out?
Yep. So here we go.
Why? Because you're the point guard?
Yep. And he know I'm better than them. So yeah. Here you go. Here you go. Go to hell. Gotcha. Let me see what I got my boy. Here we go. Change from shirts. That was letting me add niggas. There we go. My man, my man. Had to get that tip.
They've got Brewer, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Giles. Then there's Trevor Booker, and it's Jackson in at the point. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Magician in the last matchup against the Hawks had a huge game. He ended up with 59 points and got there the usual way. An impressive barrage of three-pointers. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
Great, David. Appreciate it. Well, he set the bar pretty high for himself with that performance.
He did. I mean, but we know he's going to try to raise that bar again tonight. No matter how good he is, he's always thinking he can do better.
And the great players are never satisfied. We'll see what he does in the next one.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They traveled to Sacramento last time they faced the Kings and came away with a win.
And they really squeaked out a close one in that last matchup. Came down to just a few turnovers that gave them the margin of victory.
And the new power rankings are out with the regular season coming to a close. You look at Chicago. They couldn't hold their position this week but remain in the top 10.
I think for New Orleans, they just seem to be playing uninspired ball. That's just keeping it real. They've seen other teams leapfrog them in the rankings, and it's gotten into their collective psyche.
And now Brewer running the floor all by himself.
He really takes off, just never looks back.
Yeah, by the time anyone even thinks of chasing him, he's gone.
Here's Magician, covered by Brewer. The shot. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
And they continue to control the glass.
Pass to Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And to me, this is why they're winning, guys. Unlikely players stepping up huge against a defense that's really nowhere to be found.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jahlil Okafor. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Well, the one thing the Kings have gotten right, Brent, is this new home arena. It is one of the best in the league.
Well, on warm Sacramento nights, what's really cool about this place is they open it up. So you got the natural airflow. It sneaks in. It feels comfortable here. Something these fans can take a lot of pride in with what they've done in downtown Sacramento.
No good from Magician.
And a tough game for the guys around him, mainly because his shot's been hit and miss.
Now here's Brewer, defended by Jefferson. Now Brewer, lock at 6. Booker with it, and Griffin picks him up defensively.
You can see how clued in the defense is to take away those mid-range shots and challenge. Solid at getting a hand up in the face of the scorers.
You know, not sure if it's him or the defense, but just something's off tonight.
Well, something in this frame for sure, but when you're out of rhythm, sometimes it's better to play the role of being the facilitator.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And that's his second in this quarter, guys. He's made 3 so far this game and is showing no signs of slowing down. You know, we talk so much about accurate shooting. Sometimes accurate passing can lead to great shooting. You saw it there.
No good from Magician.
Just doesn't seem to be shooting it with confidence, and his shots are going all over the place in this period.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. When it comes to veteran players, Brand, on a team.
Hey, yo, hold on real quick. Hello?
Hi, this is Chinese for delivery. I'm trying to find the address.
Yes.
That's 551 Thomas Boulevard?
Yes.
It sends me to a cemetery. I don't know.
No, I'm actually, it's next door to the cemetery.
Wait, what?
It's actually next door to the cemetery, like right across the street from the cemetery. It's the housing complex, the Washington Doll housing complex.
Okay. Alright, I'll be there in 2 minutes. I'm right here.
Okay. I'll get my food. cool. Broke even. I was 50 YouTubers. 50 my money. 20 years. I went to your finals. Said that nigga's back. About to attack this fool. Like, back. About to attack this fool. Said niggas is back. You know. So you, I gotta get my food. Fine. This shit look old as hell. What kind of Chinese plates? They fry these shits hard as a motherfucker. They refry these shit. This is probably the worst Chinese food chicken I ever tasted in my life. I said this is probably the worst Chinese food chicken I ever tasted in my life. This shit tastes like fried gizzards. I kid you not, bro. This shit tastes like fried chicken gizzards. Ain't no way, bro. How y'all mess this up? Like, I really need to go there. Like, yo, what the fuck y'all doing in here? This right here is black people's chicken right here. Like, this ain't no Chinese food chicken. It's crazy. Shit is terrible. I'm gonna eat this, I'm hungry. It's an appetizer, dude. that chicken gizzard? Is that chicken gizzard? Is that what that shit? That's exactly what that shit tastes like. Chicken gizzard, bro. You know how chicken gizzard, fried chicken gizzard tastes like. Like no flavor. Shit just gizzard. Just skin. Oh, they beat on everything I love you. I'm spitting on the owner. I'm spitting on the owner, bro. Spitting on him. Cause, bro, like, the motherfucker ain't give me a free soda or nothing. Like, he made me spend all that money there and he give me a free soda. Like, what's good? What's good with that, man? Oh, fuck with them niggas, man. Had the nerve to give me this dry ass chicken and don't want to give me nothing to drink, nigga? That is so inconsiderate. Bro, them niggas is inconsiderate, bro. Like they could have gave me a whole lot. They could have given me a tea. They could have gave me a no flavored tea, you heard? Right, at least a tea. Y'all made that. Y'all can do whatever y'all want to it. Like, feel me? But no, y'all niggas had one job. One fucking job, yo. Niggas blow it. Niggas blow it. You said what? I trust. Whoa. We had one job, bro. You at her? You at her? That nigga stupid. Stupid, man. Hey, I can say they made this right. They made this right. That's how I know they made this right. Cat tongue and green peppers and onions. With shrimp. Fried rice. Nah. I got supposed to be like a pepper steak. Like that. Onions and shit. Green peppers and shit. Oh. Should be rocking. Like, I don't know whoever thought of that, but that was the perfect mix right there. Like, I don't know who thought of that, but that was a perfect mix right there. Oh, look at the sauce, rocking, Should be rocking. Shabogan. This shit smell like love. This shit smell like the best thing ever. Besides coochie. You said what? Funny as hell. Fuck out of here, you little ass head. Fuck you. No, that's my shit. Oh, whoa. He was like, woo! Woo! What is that? How much what? Should be on point.
What characteristics make for a good leader for a bunch of young guys under him?
We talk a lot about veteran guys on teams, Kevin, and I think one of the most important aspects to think about is that those veterans have a lot more impact if they're still part of playing minutes for a coaching staff. At some point, 4 or 5 months into a season, when an older player is telling you how to do something and only get a chance to see it during practice or him pointing it out on film when you're playing, doesn't have as much of an impact.
Doesn't resonate as
Right.
much.
When a guy gets 15 minutes a night and you get to see him do those things as a young player from the bench and say, wow, everything he told me on my list, he's checked all those boxes. So having a vet that plays, much more impactful.
Good point.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early, and just one more will put him over the limit.
It's taken away by Peyton.
The instincts on defense on full display there. It was a gamble for sure, but it paid off big time in the form of a steal.
And until someone stops him, he's just going to continue to keep firing from distance.
Yeah, we got to be a DEFCON 1 here, because at this point, he is so dialed in, you got to get him off his spots.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Here's Magician, covered by Brewer. Magician, and it's Sacramento with the rebound. Giles has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Cousins finds Brewer. Good, and it's Cousins picking up the assist. And now it's a 9-point Kings lead. Looking at the last game for Sacramento, it was a win against the Mavericks. From deep three-point range, no good from Magician.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Good on the shot. Jackson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Here's Magician, covered by Brewer. Here's Magician. No good. Nice D from Cousins. Jackson in the corner. Inside. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
Oh, my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. And here's Peyton. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. It's a 13-point game. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Tough night. I mean, they attacked on both ends, and unfortunately for them, they just got called for a lot of fouls.
Well, unfortunate's a good word, Greg, but on the other hand, you have to make an adjustment. Not every game is going to be called the same way, so adjust to the whistle.
And Anthony Davis is checked in for New Orleans. Gay comes in for Tyler Cavanaugh. Bagley, he's checked in for Sacramento. Bogdanovich comes in for Booker. Pulls up, high post. The putback, he can't hit that time. So the Pelicans will take it the other way.
You risk getting torched when somebody's open. Peyton's skilled enough to find the open man.
Sacramento leading by 11. There's the pass to Bogdanovich. Cousins trying to free himself up. A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 6.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks. And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Love that D from Davis. Rises up and swats that shot away.
Here's Magician. Offline with his 3.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
That's good. And it's Peyton with the assist. Peyton's got 5 assists tonight.
An amazing performance he's putting on from three-point range here in the second quarter.
Man, we are in for it tonight. One of those incredible nights for Boogie Cousins. Look at the work he's putting in.
No good from Magician. Sacramento leading by 11. Pulls up from the corner. Goes back up. And Davis sends it back. Here's Magician. The three-pointer is right on target. Magician's got 28.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
And we've all heard the rumors that have been floating around the last few seasons. A lot of speculation if Davis could get traded or Greg leave in free agency.
I mean, Davis moving would be one of the rare situations where it literally could shake up the entire league. You hear a lot of different teams express their interest in him, but credit to Davis. He really has remained committed to New Orleans and has said everything you'd want to hear from a fan's perspective.
Count it good.
It's pretty simple. I figured it out. He can't miss. Adding to the lead with ease and capitalizing on every opportunity. He can't miss.
Pelicans trail by 7. Fires from deep. Bagley with the rebound. Bagley's got his 5th rebound in this one. Down low. Some nice ball movement here by the King. Brewer's shot is off. It's stolen by Bagley, and Cousins gets it to go.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
And Bogdan Bogdanovic, Greg, a highly decorated player internationally. Multiple silver medals with the Serbian national team, a EuroLeague champion back in 2017.
I mean, he's a talented player, very skilled, and at 6'6" can play either guard spot. Great shooter. I think he's one to watch.
Well, they depend on him to score, and that doesn't mean just from the field. Sometimes it comes from the charity stripe.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line in the game. He's off on the first. So many teams switching the pick and roll, and we can see it defensively, what it does. How are offenses countering that?
I think the offense is what they're doing, Kevin, is being selective as to who it is comes out to set the pick. If I'm Steph Curry or I'm Kyrie Irving, and I know there's a big defender guarding my 4-man or my 5-man, I'm going to call that screen up to the top of the key and make sure that I can go at the weaker defender that's guarding either one of my players to gain advantage.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Inside. Here's Brewer. Here's Bagley. Anthony Davis with the rebound.
Ooh, the D did just enough to keep him from scoring. Thought that was in for sure.
No good from Magician.
He has got a lot of confidence in his game. You have to if you think you can knock one down from there.
Yeah, and let's not get on him too much, but that shot is also a little irresponsible. This guy is just shredding the defense right now. He's hitting any shots he's putting up.
A little tit-for-tat action going on the back-to-back trades.
Yeah, a little gamesmanship from range could force both defenses to maybe extend out a little further.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
From outside, off the mark. Sacramento leading by 10. Down low, here's Bagley. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Magician, no good from outside. Sacramento's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And Bogdanovic kicks to Brewer. And it's denied. From deep 3-point range, connects again from distance. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that 3-point shot.
Passes to Cauley-Stein. A floater. Cauley-Stein. It's good on the putback.
Talk often about physicality of bigger players. Cauley-Stein, one of those guys who fits into that category.
Here's Magician. And it's Fox with the rebound. And for Sacramento, they're shooting 53% in the second quarter. Good ball movement, yielding good looks. Deflects the pass, and Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Cauley-Stein doing what he does best on offense, looking to throw it down.
Here's Magician, covered by Brewer. No good from Magician. Sacramento leading by 13. And the foul goes on the Magician. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, we'll be headed to the free throw line.
Well, there's an old cliche, Kevin, we've heard or said a million times about speed killing. Well, perhaps no player is more emblematic of that than De'Aaron Fox. End to end, he could be one of the fastest players in the league. Yeah, this team would be in some bad shape, guys, if he wasn't scoring like this right now.
He gets it in there. 6 points for him.
Well, fantastic awareness, finishing with ease at the rim, and the defense was just not a factor.
Here's Magician. And another 3 for New Orleans.
You know, he has single-handedly helped them carve into this lead thanks to his scoring in the quarter.
And so it's Sacramento bringing the quarter to a close. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. And so it's Sacramento who scraped by with the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna get up with it sometime. Try to get a new court in my house, get everything refurbished, repainted, and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was thinking. Just get all.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Golden State Warriors going up against the New Orleans Pelicans at Smoothie King Center. And for New Orleans, with a 16-game deficit between themselves and the top seed, I don't know if anyone would put them on the list of championship contenders, but don't write them off entirely. Hey, my friend.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
On the road and hungry for a win against a Western Conference rival, the Golden State Warriors are ready for this thing to get started. We've got some, and as they...
Hey there, Kevin. Well, we all know that Steve Kerr...
You know what? That humble approach goes a long way, David. Thank you. Of course, we know for a few chosen individuals, the best of the best, this is the last leg now in the race for the MVP.
That is correct, Kevin. There's been a narrative that's built all season, but sometimes the way you close out a season can ultimately decide the vote because it's the last thing in the minds of the voters. You've piled up your stats. You've tried to win as many games as possible.
The Warriors have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. Bell is out there with Monroe. Then there's Livingston. Then it's Thompson. And it's Jackson in at the 2.
It is easy to get lost in the well-rounded offensive game of Klay Thompson, but let's remember, this guy is an elite defender. Quick feet, great athleticism and length. Boy, what a player.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Yeah, got into foul trouble and really played out of control and just couldn't overcome it.
I think you really have to think they beat themselves out there, right? You can't be fouling another team like that consistently, and that's just asking to get beat.
Let's now pause to take a look at the scoring breakdown between the front and back court of tonight's contests for the Warriors.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this backcourt has kept them in the game.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance. And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Kavanaugh kicks to Ennis. Here's Magician. Off target from three-point range. Warriors leading by 11, and the foul goes on the Magician. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
Man, they are just living at the line. You just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
From deep. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
There are going to be times, I think, when it's okay to take a shot like that, but not on that possession.
Oh, definitely. I mean, he can make that, but that particular distance is not his specialty.
And that was the gamble to keep him on the floor with all those early fouls, and looks like they've lost the bet.
That's good from Jackson. And so Jackson nails both of them. 44 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Magician. He's covered by Livingston. Here's Magician. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Well, despite his struggles from the field in this period, you know he's going to keep asking for the basketball.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Can they get it? Rebounded by Bell.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but it's not helping his team. That was an awful quarter.
And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession.
Shut up.
15 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
What's extraordinary to me is Shaun Livingston nearly didn't have an NBA career because of that horrific injury. But how about the ability to overcome that and be a key part of a team? Truly extraordinary.
Here's Magician. The three-pointer off the mark. Up in time. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And with as many three-pointers as they bring, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. All the great Golden State Warrior scores. Draymond Green spoke about feeding.
I think there are times where...
Yeah, why not? Green knows that, Greg, if you're in the zone, keep firing.
And with his unselfishness and vision, Green, more often than not, is the one setting the table.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Warriors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
And this is why coaches say be aggressive. As long as you're playing smart, good things tend to happen, even if you're on the road.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for New Orleans right now, we've got Okafor. Ennis out there with the Magician, and it's Kavanaugh in at the 3 slot. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Magician in the last matchup against the Kings was all business. He had 49 points, and he got those points as he always does, knocking down shots from beyond the arc. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. I mean, he'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
Well, you do wonder, though, Greg, does he still have some of the adrenaline going from that performance? No matter how tired he is, he should have plenty of energy coming off that.
Golden State moving the ball around. It's tipped. Pelicans trail by 14. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Bell. Bell's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Well, this is a tough night so far. They'd be smart to rely more on a couple of their other options.
Here's Magician, guarded by Jackson. The 3 ball. It's rebounded by Livingston. And it's Livingston with the ball for Golden State. They led by as many as 18 points. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. And the Warriors lead by 16. From deep, and he hits the triple. 3 points there on the shot from Magician. Magician's got 15.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Livingston passes to Evans. Bell, yes, and a nice assist from Evans.
And this is a shot Bell can make. You give him room, and he'll make you pay.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Doors are seeing a lot of movement on the offensive side of the ball, a lot of screening, a lot of movement obviously without the ball. Does that require more awareness, not only on the offensive side to make those moves, but also defensively?
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. One of the most important things you can do if you're an excellent defensive team is you start with communication. So as that action starts, the movement and the screening, are the teammates talking? Screen coming right, screen coming left. Do we want to trap the screen? Do we want to make sure the ball gets out of a certain player's hands? Communication in this day and age against motion offenses has got to be at the top of the list defensively.
Well said. Jackson misses. Pelicans trail by 12. Here's Magician. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Evans outside to the inside, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Now we get a chance to check out the seeding out west. 4 games left on the schedule here. To take a look at the Warriors, unless they completely melt down, they should be in good position for a playoff run. And checking out New Orleans, they're down there in the 10th spot.
And I think for New Orleans, hanging where they are, right in the middle of the standings, will not make things easy for them down the stretch.
Oh, that's for sure. I mean, this is where the pressure really starts to build. Any little slip-up between here and the end of the season, and they could find themselves sitting at home for the playoffs.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Magician. The Warriors have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Okafor comes in with the double team. Here's Monroe, and it's Monroe finishing it off.
Well, it's the size that Livingston presents at the point guard spot that's so unique. This guy is terrific, finding the open man.
Now here's Jackson. D right on him. Out left to the wing. Now here's Livingston, covered by Payton. Outside for Jackson. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Jackson's got 12 points in the game.
not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to 11 points with that bucket from Magician.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Listen, we all understand Jordan Bell can get off his feet in a hurry. That is nice.
Here's Magician. Misses the 3.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Got that one up quick. Magician's got 27 points.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And Anthony Davis is checked in for New Orleans. Gay comes in for Tyler Cavanaugh. Golden State also making some changes. Damian Jones is checked in for Monroe. Green comes in for Jordan Bell. And Curry subbed in for Frank Jackson.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's Magician. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable. Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
New Orleans making a switch here. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And here are the Warriors now. They led by as many as 18 points.
And the next one puts them in the bonus.
Off the inbound, it's Curry. That time on the assist from Green. And that's now 18 points for Steph Curry. Here's Magician. He's covered by Livingston. Here's Magician. Connects again from distance. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot. And Draymond Green, an extremely vocal leader. He's in his teammates' ears, always trying to keep them on edge. Also in his opponents' ears as well. And then there's the officials. He tends to like to get in their ears as well.
Such a wide open look. And that's 36 points for Magician.
He totally lost his defender, broke his ankles, then knocks down the jump.
Yeah, and it's one thing to score on a guy, it's another to flat out torch him.
And the Warriors making a change here. Thompson's checked in.
Well, Steph Curry, widely regarded as the best shooter in the history of the game. He's been so successful playing point guard in the NBA at times. I think we forget that he transitioned from playing shooting guard in his younger days.
Here's Magician. But they'll get another chance. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go from deep. Good! Another from 3.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. And they go to the intentional foul.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
Well, we know Steph Curry is a lethal shooter. I think the underplayed value that he has is his finishing ability at the rim. He can get into the mid-range. I mean, you've got to guard this guy from every space on the floor as soon as he steps across the half-court line.
Vucevic, he's checked in for New Orleans. From deep three-point range, no good from Magician. You know, Greg, a lot of players can't make that switch from shooting guard to point guard. You've got to give Steph a lot of credit.
He's worked tirelessly. I mean, we've all seen those pregame ball handling drills. He's still prone to a careless turnover or two, but on the plus side, he rebounds like a shooting guard. And today's point guards are expected to score much more than in days past.
The shot by Thompson, no good.
Well, I'll tell you, still looking for that first 3 of the second quarter. He had one to open this game in the first. Boy, his marksmanship has been unbelievable this quarter, and they're still down.
Warriors leading by 7. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Second free throw, no good. Locker room presence, one of the aspects that gets overlooked by fans, but Doris, not by coaches. And there are some players who have that presence.
You know what, Kevin? And this can take the shape of a lot of different things. So one guy that comes to mind is Sean Livingston. Always calm, always about team. Thaddeus Young is not a name necessarily that is at the top of every best player list, but anyone who's ever coached Thad Young believes in his ability to affect positively a locker room. Then you have those guys who maybe are going to challenge you a little bit more, but ultimately are good for the team. And I would cite Draymond Green, who will call out a teammate if necessary, push them to greater heights. You need both kinds, I think, Kevin, in your locker room.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he remembers his motivation. They said I fell in the draft because what position would I guard? I'll never forget that. I'm comfortable guarding any position. When I'm playing against big guys, I battle even harder. You have to prove a point. I won't be a pushover. Kevin?
Yeah, he never backs down. Thanks, David. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Warriors leading by 10. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And he makes the first.
Well, let's remember that Draymond Green was drafted in the 2nd round, but that competitive fire runs deep, and he has memorized the names of the 34 players selected ahead of him. Talk about holding a grudge.
An amazing performance he's putting on from three-point range here in the second quarter.
Evans outside. Over Gay. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Evans has got 5 points so far. Fires the 3. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Magician.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Here's Jones. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
You know you can count on Draymond Green to make good decisions. This guy comes up with a lot of terrific assists.
And another one. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Warriors leading by 7. Down low, Jones. And Jones slams it home.
That's just a terrific pass from Klay Thompson. My goodness.
Here's Magician. And it's off from three-point range.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
Boy, that's high impact defense in the lane, standing tall to deny the easy bucket.
The tray. No good that time. And Golden State will go the other way with it. Stolen by Gay. Here's Magician. Non-stop scoring machine here. 1:27 left now here in the second. The drive by Green. Down low. Here's Evans. And Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Now here's Curry. Not a lot of room. Green finds Curry. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 8th assist in the game.
Well, I'll tell you, he's been a go-to guy for them as they've taken this lead, and he keeps coming.
Davis, the pass to Gay. There's 38 seconds left in the first half of basketball. From deep. New Orleans getting another chance here. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Vucevic.
This guy, a strong rebounder who uses his frame well. Vucevic has a knack for being in the right spot.
Green, no luck.
Well, I think the defense took that possession off. I'm pretty sure he won't miss next time.
From deep three-point range. No good from Magician. To the middle. And Evans throws it down.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
Yeah, you know, they may have gotten the feeling he would dish it off, but he had a surprise for them.
And that does it for the first half of play. The Warriors on top. They're up by 10. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be... And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Really an incredible game from Magician.
I mean, he was prolific in that first half. You know it's coming, but it's just so tough to stop.
And this is what he does, right, Greg? He's out there to score the basketball, and throughout that first half, he dominated.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. The tremendous pair of Curry and Clay in the backcourt. Green is out there with Evans, and it's Jones in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Warriors leading by 10. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Jones has got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Warriors. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. They get the rebound. Here's Vucevic, banked in off the glass.
You have to admire the confidence of Nikola Vucevic. This close, he's focused on putting 2 on the board.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Gay with the block, and he gets it back. And it's Evans missing. For New Orleans, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's Magician. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Magician's got 57 points. And Jones gets it to go in on the assist by Curry.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
How about Steph Curry, guys? You look at the superstar beginnings. Think about he was born in Akron, Ohio, the same city as, of course, the great LeBron James. In fact, born in the same hospital, just 39 months apart. Something in the water over there, guys.
No good from Magician. Warriors leading by 9. On the wing, Thompson. He's got 13. No good on the triple.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And talking about Curry's start, his parents were tremendous athletes themselves.
That's exactly right. His father, Dell, played 16 seasons in the NBA. His mom was a standout volleyball player. His sister was, too. Athleticism runs in the family. Those are some pretty good genes.
On defense, the Pelicans. 6-point game.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
And again for 3. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. Let's take a look at the teams that have done a great job of converting turnovers into points since the All-Star break. Pelicans, number 1, and 3rd, the Warriors.
Both of these teams love to feast off turnovers, and we've really seen since the midseason they've taken that aspect to a whole new level.
Here's Magician. He's covered by Thompson. Clock at 6. From deep. Good. Another from 3. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire. Whoa, he really got his defender on his heels on that one. What a fantastic play, guys.
Well, the IQ is just off the charts for Steph Curry. He senses when the defense has left someone open, and I guarantee you he will put it on time and on target.
Magician. They get it back. Evans on the double team. Here's Magician. Non-stop scoring machine here. From outside, off the mark.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Griffin's checked in for Vucevic. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Thompson surveying the floor. To the middle. Shoots from the line. Jones, no luck. Pelicans trail by 6. Here's Magician. This one for 3. The Warriors pull it in. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one. To the paint. Stolen by Gay. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. And again.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Thompson in the corner. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 5 assists tonight. Here's Magician. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And the foul goes on the Magician. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline.
The Warriors making a switch here. Livingston's checked in. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so it's New Orleans with it. Payton passes to Magician. Fires for 3. And Jones pulls it down. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. Ball's knocked loose. Jones kicks to Livingston.
Yeah, that's got them over the limit with a lot of...
So New Orleans wins it. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play.
I'm pretty sure this one's going on my highlight reel, guys. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Great game, guys. AI, you got a second?
Yeah, what's up, Charlie?
Guys in the studio have a few questions for you.
All right.
Media alcove right this way.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Shaquille O'Neal to my right. Kenny the Jet Smith on my left, right here.
Hi, this is Shaq. Your performance tonight?
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always our pleasure, although sometimes it's yours as well. For Kenny the Jet and Shaquille, Ernie Johnson, have a great night.
Thanks, man. See you.
Without dashes or spaces.
So you gave you $40.
No, I said 48 hours.
My bad. Yeah, my bad. Let me stick at the same button.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. Tonight we'll see the Miami Heat playing against the New Orleans Pelicans at Smoothie King Center. Well, for New Orleans, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball. Looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. And tonight, guys, Goran the Dragon Dragic will lead the charge at point guard. Shaq, he can be a very tough cover.
Very slippery, crafty finisher around the rim.
And
played behind the guy that beat me twice for the MVP.
Steve Nash.
Steve Nash. Solid shooting. That's another thing that's underrated. You know, keeps defenders honest, and he loves the open court. That's when he's really at his best.
The game's about to start.
It is.
I think it's time to go down to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
I'm over here reading this shit. No, they're just reading over group and shit.
hit me out. Let me query it back.